Food. We all love it and sometimes hate it at the same time. Food gives us pleasure, pretext to bond with people that we care about, and all the nutrients we need to have energy and be healthy. On the other hand, in a busy world, it is unbelievably hard not to eat too much or the wrong stuff. What can we do to improve our health in a tasty way? How can we find time to prepare healthy meals? What kind of question can help us to avoid eating sweet or salty snacks too often? In this episode, I will try to answer all of these questions and even more. Let's talk about the habit of healthy eating. Hi, my name is Andrzej and welcome to the Helpful Habits. In this podcast, we will learn how to employ good habits that will do the hard work for us, how to change our lives for the better, not by taking massive leaps, but with the help of small, easy-to-implement steps. This podcast is brought to you by the Land of Habits, the educational board game with which you will develop new habits and skills. Check it out on landofhabits.com. Why it is so essential? You have probably heard endless times that your diet directly impacts your health. This vague statement rarely motivates people enough to do something about it. That is why I want to show you concrete benefits from eating healthy, not just in my opinion, but according to the scientific research. More energy. Consuming an energy drink or eating a chocolate bar surely will boost your energy level, but only for a short-lived moment. After it, you will feel tired and hungry again. On the other hand, healthy fats like omega-3, protein and complex carbs take longer to digest, but because of that, they provide a slow, steady stream of energy. Eating healthy will make it possible for you to eliminate energy roller coaster and have more than enough of it to meet all your challenges. Better mental functions. Our brain consumes about 20% of the body's energy. We need proper nutrients to think fast and clear, make great decisions, see patterns when they are, and not to see them where they don't exist. On a poor diet, our mind will be foggy, slow, and easy to distract. If you are interested in details of this process, I recommend reading a research paper, Brain Foods: The Effects of Nutrients on Brain Functions by Fernando Gomez-Pinilla from 2008. Bigger chance of staying healthy. Overweight and obesity, heart disease and stroke, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, and even cancer. All of these diseases are developed, at least to some extent, by the way we eat. A diet that is high in calcium can help prevent osteoporosis. A well-balanced diet with not too many calories can help us to stay fit and have a healthy heart. Eating well is one of the best methods of prevention from diseases. It will help you not only to have a longer life, but also of higher quality. Better looks. Many people, in the pursuit of clear, glowing skin, are willing to pay a small fortune buying special creams or even doing plastic surgery. We stretch the skin, suck off the fat to have a shapely figure and look attractive. But instead of treating the symptoms, it is far better to focus our attention on causes. Simply by eating healthy, we can have the perfect-looking body with glowing skin and hair. Meta-analysis of hundreds of studies shows clearly that restrictive diets, when we can't eat certain categories of food or we have to eat only a short list of products, don't work. People regain weight to the starting level in up to 5 years. Fortunately, there is a better way. All we need to do is to eat the right products, have a well-balanced diet. Then, in time, your weight will achieve the optimal level even without exercising. Contrary to common belief, working out doesn't really help in weight loss. Many studies confirm that if you run, bike or swim a lot, your appetite is bigger and you eat more. Because of that, all the calories you burn are regained with the extra food you eat. This is good news for most of us. We don't need to invest a lot of energy and time in exercising. Just a healthy diet should do the trick. help us to have great looks. And one more interesting fact. If you eat the right food like apples or tomatoes, you don't have to count how many you can consume. You can eat as many as you like without the risk of gaining weight. How can you develop the habit of healthy eating in your own life? Triggers and behaviors. I hope that at least one of the arguments I used convinced you. Now we can see what exactly we should do to eat more healthy. You may think that in order to have a habit of healthy eating, you should focus your attention on eating food that is healthy. But eating is the easiest part. Before you crunch a veggie, you need to 1. Know what to cook. 2. Have the necessary ingredients. 3. Find time to prepare the meal, and then you can finally start the consumption. For each of these stages, I prepared a helpful habit. Learning new recipes. Making a meal that is at the same time healthy, tasty, and fast to prepare is challenging. Fortunately, we don't have to reinvent the wheel, create recipes by trial and error. The internet is full of culinary blogs with plenty of brilliant ideas that even novice cooks will be able to apply. You just need to find an attractive source for you. It could be a website of a famous chef, an instructive video on YouTube, or even a special program that you can see on TV, streaming services. It won't be enough to learn a new recipe now and then. If this practice is irregular, you will soon end up with eating the same meals. You will get bored with it and order a pizza from a local restaurant. To avoid this sad fate, you should develop a habit of learning new ideas for meals. I have dedicated the entire first episode of this podcast to the habit of learning. For more details, I recommend listening to it. But for now, let me give you some basic strategies. Watching before watching. Before you entertain yourself with your favorite TV show, you should earn this treat. After you sit down to watch something interesting, you should start the watching session by immediately opening a video with a new recipe of a meal that is on your cooking level. This way, watching the show you enjoy will taste even better because you have both the education and entertainment. Watching between watching. Another idea is to create a safety net for watching addictive programs. Instead of playing a new episode right away, you can redirect your attention to something different. Opening a video with a cooking show can help you to unplug yourself from the previous source. Because of that, you will be able to make a more conscious decision about if you have enough time to watch more episodes. After finishing one episode of your favorite TV show, you immediately open a cooking program. Reading after eating. If you prefer to read or you have less time for cooking education, I recommend finding a blog with short and interesting ideas for meals. When should you read these articles? For me, the perfect timing is when I'm full of food. I have just had dinner. My mind is kind of foggy, energy goes more to the digestive system than to my brain. In this state, I can effectively do only simple tasks. Reading a blog article is definitely one of them. It doesn't require my creativity. I am a sponge that absorbs knowledge. After I finish the meal, I'll immediately click the tab with a bookmark with my favorite culinary blog and read one article. Buying food. Even the best recipe won't be worth much if you don't have the ingredients. How to make sure that you always have what you need? You could buy a super intelligent fridge that will not only inform you what is missing, but will also buy it with your credit card. Before you acquire this magic device, you can use two simple habits. The last bite. What is the best time to write down what you need to buy? The moment after you took the last bite or drank the last sip. You throw away the empty container, and before you forget about it, you should make a proper note. After taking the last bite, you should immediately add the missing product to your shopping list. Online grocery shopping. The list we mentioned a moment ago can be very useful, but you cannot feed yourself with it. You need to do the next step and buy the products from it. Of course, you can go to the local store, but it can be dangerous in time of pandemic. It will also take you a while, maybe even more than an hour, if you need to drive a long distance. For my family, online grocery shopping is far more convenient. My wife can do it even in the middle of the night, when she is feeding our little son. You can do it anywhere and anytime. Whenever you would normally waste a couple of minutes, you can use them to add a few items to the cart in the shopping app. By making your grocery online, you avoid deadly viruses, save precious time and money by avoiding additional temptations, buying things that you don't need. After feeling bored or that you need a break, you should immediately open the app and add products from your shopping list. Preparing meals. Okay. So far, we have gained the knowledge and the necessary ingredients to make a healthy dinner. Now it is time to actually do it. Depending on your lifestyle, a different moment of the day will do the trick. If you can invest the first 90 minutes of the day to prepare healthy meals, that is fantastic news. While making breakfast, you can plan ahead and produce meals for the rest of the day. They will be waiting for you when it's time for the next meal. All you have to do is take it out of the fridge and eat it, like salads, or you will need only to heat the sauce and cook the pasta, for example spaghetti. If morning is unavailable because you start working early or you have to take your kids to school, consider choosing the evening. When all the work for today is done, children are sleeping, it is quiet and peaceful. In these perfect conditions, preparing meals can be very fast and effective. While making supper, you can prepare additional meals for tomorrow. Mindful eating. For many of us, eating has become a mindless act. It is an activity that we do in the meantime, while driving, watching TV, or working. When we are not aware of the consuming process, we tend to eat more than we need, which can lead to being overweight or obese. When we bite and swallow large chunks, it is much harder for our digestive system to get all the nutrients out of the food. We may put food with the best possible nutrients into our mouth, but we won't be able to absorb it. We also deprive ourselves of the richness of tastes of each meal when we don't pay attention to it. Because of these reasons and many more, I strongly encourage you to develop a habit of not mindless, but mindful eating. It means that you don't do anything else while consuming your meal. You can breathe, of course, but driving, watching TV, or listening to music is forbidden. You should devote 100% of your attention to just eating. Eat in silence. Chew thoroughly. Observe and experience colors, textures, smells, and tastes. Be aware of how your body reacts to a particular type of food. If you do all of that, you will appreciate food on a whole new level. You will eat less and digest better. Eliminating empty calories. The last habit of healthy eating I want to recommend to you is eliminating eating empty calories. Sugar is a white death in a sweet disguise. The less sugar we consume, the better off we are. I dedicated the previous episode of this podcast to resisting temptations with the help of habits. You can check it out later if this topic is crucial for you. But for now, let me introduce one simple question that saved me a ton of unnecessary empty calories. Every time I see a tasty cookie or a chocolate bar, I ask myself, what day of the week is today? If the answer is Saturday, without a guilty conscience, I consume whatever I want. This is my cheating day. If the answer is Friday, still it is not that bad. I know I need to wait only one day and then I can take full advantage of that. Of course, the worst answer to this question is Sunday. It means that I have to wait for 6 more days. But even then, the perspective of getting the desired reward for sure makes it relatively easy not to succumb to the temptation. Clear rules about when you can eat sweets and a simple question, whenever the criteria are now met, can help you eliminate kilograms of body fat every year. Rewards. Let's analyze separately 5 different categories of healthy eating habits. 1. Learning new recipes. For me, the best possible reward is the joy of learning new, useful things. While watching or reading, I imagine myself preparing these tasty meals, upgrading my cooking skills. Find a source of knowledge that will be entertaining or funny, and you won't need any other reward in this habit. 2. Buying food. Do you remember your frustration when you were about to cook a special dinner and at the last second you found out that the key ingredient was missing? I experienced it too many times. This is why every time I take the last bite and add a lacking product to the list, I feel relief that this horrible situation won't happen again. Another possible reward is the sense of good hunt when you find articles at a great discounted price in an online store. 3. Preparing meals. The obvious but still effective reward after preparing a meal is eating it. Of course, not everything. The idea was to prepare more meals or portions for the rest of the day. But just after you finish your work, you can consume and enjoy a part of it. Mindful eating. When you switch from mindless to mindful eating, the whole new world will open for you. You will enjoy your meals much more. Instead of stuffing your stomach to feel full, you can experience smells, tastes, textures, and colors in a way that was neglected. This should be rewarding enough. 5. Eliminating empty calories. The taste of victory can be even sweeter than a bite of chocolate cake. Passing the test, not succumbing to the temptation, can make you feel stronger and more in control of your life. Try to look at it that way when you ask yourself the testing question. The complete formula to the habit of healthy eating. Sentence. This time, under the umbrella of the habit of healthy eating, I presented as many as 9 activities. Choose wisely which of them will bring the most value to your life. 1. Watching before watching. After I sit down to watch new episodes of a TV show or play a game, I'll immediately open a video with a new recipe of a meal. Thanks to that, I'll be happy that my cooking skills are growing. 2. Watching before watching. After I finish one episode of my favorite program, I'll immediately open a cooking program. Thanks to that, I'll be proud of myself that I combine pleasure with education. 3. Reading after eating. After I finished a meal, I'll immediately click the tab with a bookmark with my favorite culinary blog and read one article. Thanks to that, I'll enjoy the vision of me cooking that meal in the near future. 4. The last bite. After I take the last bite, the last spoon of a yogurt, I'll immediately add the missing product to my shopping list. Thanks to that, I'll feel relieved that it won't be missing in the most inappropriate time. 5. Online grocery shopping. After I feel bored or that I need a break, I immediately open an app and add products from my shopping list to the cart. Thanks to that, I'll feel the sense of progress, accomplishment. 6. Preparing meals in the morning. After I start making breakfast, I'll immediately think about other meals I want to eat today and prepare them too. Thanks to that, I feel proud that today I'll eat high-quality food. 7. Preparing meals in the evening. After I start making supper, I'll immediately consider what meals I want to eat tomorrow and prepare them too. Thanks to that, I'll feel the sense of agency and being highly effective. 8. Mindful eating. After I sit to eat, I'll immediately turn off the possible distractors, TV, music, laptop, phone, and devote 100% of my attention to eating my meal slowly. Thanks to that, I'll appreciate the food more and feel better because of that. 9. Testing question. After I see a sweet treat, I'll immediately ask myself, what day of the week is today? Thanks to that, I'll be able to find the need to eat something sweet and enjoy the taste of victory. Final words. You are what you eat. Your body is building itself, regenerating and fueling itself from the food you consume. Every aspect of your life is affected by what you eat, and the way you improve your health, energy, thinking and looks all at once by developing the habit of healthy eating. May the power of good habits be with you, and till next time.